Hi, it's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine, and I am back with day number 2 of Handmade Holidays 2022. So thanks so much for tuning in today. Today's project is a mini gift bag, and it is candy cane themed with the sweet candy cane. Well, actually, it's the Sweetest Christmas paper, and I just love how this project came out for you today. So I am using, again, the Handmade Wishes stamp set from the July to December 2022 mini catalog. So super awesome photopolymer, 30 stamps in this set. And then I'm also using a couple of die sets. So I picked the stylish shapes again, this time for the circle. And I also picked the tailor-made tags dies. So here are the tags, and it's this one over here, this one up here, the largest tag that kind of has the one that's more squared off at the top is the one I'm going to be using. I had seen somebody do a treat holder with the tag, and it was a Halloween project, so it was quite a few weeks ago now, and I loved it, and I saved the idea, so I am casing that person. And of course I changed mine up a little tiny bit. So I am going to point the camera down at my station, and we're going to jump right in. So if you missed project number 1 yesterday, let me know, and I will be happy to send you the links to the YouTube replay if you want to catch that. But this is day 2, and there's going to be 4 days of projects this week, and I will email my email list every night, and the project will go on YouTube and Facebook every night. So the video will post at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then the email will come out at 7 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you click the link below to join my email list. Okay, I'm going to point the camera down, and we will jump right in as I knock my bag over and ruin my project. What am I doing? Okay, hold on. I'm moving my camera down. Hi to my friend Jackie, who was just over my house picking up some sympathy cards. So I got a little waylaid on recording this project tonight, but okay, so here I am. I hope this is me. Yes, this is me. Okay, so thanks. I'm following along, watching my videos just to make sure everything looks great. So again, I'm using Handmade Wishes. And I will say, if you're used to watching me on my Facebook Lives on Sunday mornings, I do apologize because 2 of these are recorded in the evening, so it's dark. I'm going to try to record the next 2 projects during daylight, so the lighting is a little bit better. So I'm using Handmade Wishes stamp set again. I use this for project number 1. And just a look at the bag really quick. It's got a nice little candy cane inside. I just super love how this came out. I actually created this gift bag for another live project in 2021, but it was in the summer, and I loved the gift bag, but I didn't like how it was embellished as much. So I really hit the nail on the head, or hit a home run with this one. So I'm going to bring over my Pierce mat. Again, as I have said in many videos, the best $5 you can buy from Stampin' Up! Ever. I use it for all my photopolymer. And fun fact, I hate using a Stampin' Pierce mat for my cling red rubber stamps, because I learned to stamp with red rubber cling without the Pierce mat, of course. I only use the Pierce mat for my photopolymer. So I'm going to bring over my stamp. It's the To From, and I have my Sweet Sorbet stamp set, ink pad. Whew, it's getting later in the day, and I am getting a little tired. So I put my To and my From on the same block. It's a C block. Oops. Okay, so here's a tip with photopolymer. If that happens, like my F and From can't come out so well, you can actually hover right over the top. And I'm doing this upside down, so I hope I'm a little bit off, but that's okay. You kind of get the gist. You can go right over the top, and it would have come out perfect if I wasn't doing it upside down. So let's put that aside. Make sure I don't have an oopsie by putting something in my ink pad. Close that up. And let's actually do the tag embellishment first, and then I'll do the gift bag second. So the tag embellishment starts with two tailor-made tags dies, and I cut them out with basic white cardstock. It is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and you're going to notice they're scored. So I scored them on my Simply Scored scoring tool at 3 1/4. So at 3 1/4 on the side that does not have the hole for the ribbon. Okay, so we're just going to put those up. I'm going to actually be putting these together. Okay, so actually, before I even start, I'm going to adhere one down, and I'm going to actually use liquid glue. You can use liquid glue or tear and tape. So actually adhere one down to itself, and then I'm going to adhere this bottom to bottom. So actually, I hope I did this right. Wow, I'm like having a brain freeze. When I made this, I had to do it a couple times to get it right. So if I adhere that down flap to flap, I think that this will work. Just like so. And then I'm going to put my candy in. Again, I'm using the Ghirardelli chocolates, but if you have any other candy, it'll probably work fine. So I'm going to put my candy in here. And I'm actually going to put it this way because it fits almost perfectly. And we're going to kind of adhere this up. But before I do that, I am going to put a piece of the Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper around this guy to kind of keep him together. And I am going to go around the back. There's going to be seams in the back of this. So it's a Designer Series paper is 2 by 5 1/2 for this. So just put a little bit of liquid glue. You could also use tear and tape here to kind of adhere, to hold this, kind of hold the candy in place, so to speak. So this is going to be the back where the seam is. I thought about trying to make it the front and hide it with the circle, but I didn't really like the larger circle. I liked the smaller circle on this. So I liked the smaller circle die with the designer paper kind of showing. So let's just, even though I kind of screwed up the stamping, I'm going to adhere this on here because it's only a tag, so I can always redo it later. Just to have a nice sample to show you. And then my embellishment on the tag is going to be a rustic metallic dots. I'm using the rustic metallic dots on all 4 of the projects that I'm working on this week. I did a small one here. We're just going to put it kind of at the top of the circle with my Take Your Pick tool. So while I had the rustic metallic dots here, I should say that I am going to be doing an ordering special for Handmade Holidays 2022. So you have until this Friday, December 9th at midnight Eastern. And if you place an order of $50 or more, I am going to send you a full pack of the rustic metallic dots and a pack of retired 6x6 Designer Series paper. So here's a sample, a 48 sheet pack of 6x6 retired paper. So you might get this one or you might get a different one in your goodie bag if you place an order on my online store. And there will be a link below. There's a host code embedded in it. So when you place your order, make sure it has that host code assigned to it, which is NG6PP67X. Okay, awesome. Let's do the little bow. I made a bow with this is the Baker's Twine Essentials pack, and let me show it to you actually really quick. And don't ask me to quote all the colors. I'm using the white, there's black, I believe this is crumb cake or craft, then there's like a gray, and then there's kind of like a cream or vanilla. So awesome pack. Well, let me see. I'm kind of a little bit off the camera. I hope you're seeing that. Let me do it this way. It's got 5 different spools in the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. So we're just going to do a bow. This is an 8-inch piece. So I'm just going to go through the back. Whoops, there's like some extra. Oop. My twine is already shredding, but that's okay. As long as I can get it through these 2 holes and tie in a bow, I'm a happy camper. So just like you're tying your shoes, tie in a knot, and then it's going for a ride on me here. A bow, and then loop around and pull through. Okay, and then I can futz with it to make it look pretty, like hold the knot in the middle and pull the sides, and I can kind of just make it look pretty later. Okay, so this is going to be an embellishment on the front of my little mini gift bag holder is what I'm going to be calling it, mini gift bag holder. And I can kind of give these a pinch. So it's kind of like a gift on the front before they even get in to open the bag to see what's inside. Okay, let's do the bag. Let me tell you how amazing this bag is. And like I said, I have done one in the past, but this is like just with a new refresh with the Christmas pattern with the Sweetest candy cane designer. Oh my gosh, Sweetest Christmas designer series paper. So you start with a piece of designer series paper that is 12 by 6. So you need to have 12 by 12 designer series paper for this. And what I did is I went ahead and scored ahead of time. And I know it's hard to see the score marks, but I scored at 4 1/4, 5 3/4, and then 10, and then 11.5 on the long side, the 12-inch side. And then I scored on the short side, the 6-inch side, at 1.5 and 5 1/4. Okay, and this little piece at the top is going to be the top of the bag. So the first thing is I should just take all my score lines and fold on all the score lines. And I'm going to show you kind of how I like to do it. I kind of like to score both directions, so to speak. So kind of score this way, score that way, and just make sure I have a good crease on all my score lines. Sorry, the video is probably going a little crazy right at the moment. Make sure you do. This is going to be the bottom flap. Trying not to make you dizzy, so I apologize. Then this is going to be the top flap. So let's try to get this. This is kind of being kind of feisty on me. So let's go this way and then come back and go this way. Okay, perfect. So the first thing I want to do is glue down my top flap. Okay, I'm going to use tear and tape for this. So let's unfold the whole thing, and it's going to be 2 strips, 2 giant long strips of tear and tape. I want the candy cane showing at the top, so I want to put my strips along the whole entire piece of the red and white, or sweet sorbet and white and pinkish designer series paper layer. So this is so super fun. So ideas of things to put inside: a gift card, a small gift, jewelry, a like lip balm. Oh my gosh, there's just so many different things you could put inside of it. It's pretty small, honestly. It's a small gift bag. Could probably put like a Stampin' Up! Embellishment, Stampin' Up! Glues would fit. Okay, so I just burnished those down with my fingernail. You can use a bone folder. A bone folder would actually be really good to just get my, especially now that I've added the top layer. So if you have yours handy, I'm not going to do it on take the time to do it on the video, but I highly recommend it. Okay, so at this point, this is the bottom of the bag, and I need to cut these slits, each one up with my paper snips. So let me just do this for you. It's a little bit hard for me to see based on the patterns. So I'm just going to cut the slit up to the score mark, Again, this is going to be the bottom of the box where the flap is the top of the bag, sorry. So, and this guy, you probably could chop him off, this little one on the edge, but wow, I think I went too far, but that's okay. I think it'll all be fine. Okay, now at this point, yeah, let me just chop him off. I think that'll be perfect. I'm just gonna, this little tiny flap edge, I'm just gonna chop right off. Okay, hopefully you caught that. So now what I want to do is put my edges together. So actually I didn't have to do it, but it's fine that I did it. We're gonna put tear and tape on this little tiny skinny edge where I kind of chopped part of that bottom off. I actually don't think I chopped it off in my original sample. But when I was making this in my original sample, I forgot to cut one of the flaps. So I had to cut a flap as I was making it. So I want to lay my bag flat on the table. And as I remove this edge, I should be using my Take Your Pick tool. The spatula side of it works amazing for removing tear and tape. I want to line up my pieces. And then this is going to start looking like a bag, right? Give it a nice squeeze, and now I can do my bottoms. So, just for sake of time on the video, I'm not going to do tear and tape, but I recommend doing tear and tape. So I'm just going to do some liquid glue. Oh, I'm kind of sort of, this isn't the best view on the camera, I'm sorry. So let me try to make sure you can see what I'm doing. I'm putting 2 strips of liquid glue on the 2 flaps, like so. And then I'm going to put one of the flaps down, and I'm going to come from the other side, and I want to put my hand in the bag and make sure I'm getting a nice seal here. And then I'm going to put this flap down. This is going to be the bottom, so if it doesn't look perfect, it's not going to bother me. Okay, so sealing up the bottom of the bag. And then you can kind of figure out what's going to be your back and what's going to be your front. I want my back of the bag to be where my seam is. So look here, I have a seam right here in this edge right here. Let me put it flat on the table for a minute. I have a seam here in the back corner. So I want this to be the back of my bag. So I'm going to actually flip this over. So this is the front of my bag. Okay, so I'm going to actually stand it up and give it a pinch. Oh my gosh, my computer is dying again. This is the second time today I've recorded a live video and my computer's been dying. So anyways, I'm just going to give it a pinch. And for some reason, this side is pinching really super nice and this side's not, but that's okay. Okay, as long as I know this is the back. At this point, I am going to put a hole, and let me see if I can get this how I want it. I am going to punch a hole with my Crop-A-Dile. So Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell the Crop-A-Dile, but it comes in super handy for this project. So the one I have has the pink handle, and there's a large and a small hole punch. And I want the small hole punch, and I'm going to go about in the middle, just eyeballing. And I'm going to go one hole, and it's going to go to both. It's going to go to both sides, okay, by that one punch, because it's like, it stamps, I mean, it punches through like everything. It's so amazing. So again, make sure you know where your front and your back is. My back is back here. And now you have actually a couple different options. I just did the one hole. You could do 2, but I did one hole because I just wanted to put one thread of ribbon so I could hang this like on the tree with a gift in it. So actually, before I do anything, I'm going to chop my ribbon. I'm gonna just angle my edges so I can get it through the hole. to tie my knots. So I'm gonna thread this through each side and tie in a knot. So let's just do one side at a time. It's an 11-inch piece, and this is the red, real red and garden green. Oh my gosh, I just realized I mixed colors, but that's okay. The real red and the sweet sorbet are pretty similar in color. So I just did a knot, and I'm going to flip this up. Try to keep it straight and thread this through the other hole. And in and tie in another knot. So it's an 11-inch piece. This is the combo real red and garden green. Sorry if I'm off camera a little bit. I'm trying to get these knots tied here. So just tie a second knot for the other side for your handle. And you want to make sure that they try not to come through come back through the knot, through the hole in the paper if possible. So now it has a nice handle. I can hang this on the Christmas tree. And let's get my tag that I made. So my tag is just going to actually get adhered right onto the bag. So you have a couple of different ways. I'm actually going to use tear and tape for this because I want something nice and strong to adhere on here. So I definitely recommend tear and tape for this project. I'm going to put 2 little rows. Sorry, I just shook the table, so shook my camera. And just burnish this down with my fingernail. So it's a tag with a present, and then you get another present inside the bag. So it could be more candy inside the bag. It could be a gift card holder. Could be an ornament, could be jewelry, could be so many different things. A small pair of socks would probably fit. Then we're just going to tear and tape this to the front. And then you can add a actual candy cane. Let me just show you the final project. So I will say this, it's a little bit top heavy. So when you have nothing in it, it's a little bit top heavy. So I kind of have my candy cane in there to help anchor it down and allow it to stand up on its own. But I super love how this came out. I hope you give this a try. And if you already did all your Christmas shopping and wrapped all your Christmas gifts, you totally could make this for a birthday, Valentine's Day, or any other occasion. I'm just going to take a quick sip of tea. Okay, so the other thing about this is that this bag was made with designer series paper. So if you wanted to reinforce it, you could put a strip of cardstock in the bottom to just give it some reinforcement. But just totally love it. Totally love. I'm going to make and hang this on the tree with something in it. And it's kind of like, maybe if you don't do traditional stockings, it's another idea for like a little stocking stuffer. So super cute and adorable. And like I said, like Stampin' Up! Small embellishments would fit in here, like so. So, this is project number 2 for Handmade Holidays 2022. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you place an order by this Friday, December 9th, 2022 at midnight Eastern, I am going to send you a pack of the full package of the rustic metallic dots as a thank you. And I'm also going to send you a package of retired 48 sheets of designer series paper as a thank you. So I think I'm going to put the camera back up at my face to just sign off of week number 2. So let me come back up at my face. Thanks so much for tuning in. Tomorrow will be week number, oh my gosh, I said week, but it's day. This is only a 4-day special that I'm running for Handmade Holidays 2022. And like I mentioned in the first video, I used to do a Santa's Workshop class, and it was some projects that you could use for gift giving or, you know, presents for wrapping for your holidays. So I decided to change it up this year and do 4 videos with 4 different projects. And I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know, because if you think this is a hit, I will definitely add it to my calendar for next year for 2023. But I just think it's super. I'm giving you the free content, so I'm giving you a video and a PDF tutorial. So make sure you're on my email list. I will have the link below, and make sure you follow me on Facebook at Create with Christine. I have a page and a group. The PDF tutorial will post to the group, and then you can follow me also on YouTube at Create with Christine. So tomorrow I'll be back with day number 3. And just to let you know, emails will be coming to your inbox at 6 p.m. Eastern. No, scratch that. Emails will be coming to your inbox at 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And the videos will post to my Facebook page at Create with Christine at 6 p.m. Eastern this week for this special. So, ho, 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 happy holidays, and I will see you back here tomorrow.